Welcome to the Daily for Monday, July 29th with Greg Lawless. I'm Jason Segini. A big week here in Kansas City. The All-Star Game Wednesday night at Sporting Park, but plenty going on before that.
Including, by the way, a bunch of rain. You can hear it hammering down on the roof here at Power and Light in downtown Kansas City.
But luckily there is a roof down here at Power and Light because there is a big concert here tonight, and you can see it on MLSsoccer.com.
Yeah, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, all of that pop music thing that's going on. You can watch a live stream of the concert on MLSsoccer.com.
All right, plenty more to talk about, though. The U.S. national team, of course, yesterday in the finals for Gold Cup against Panama. And Greg, they take home the trophy.
Yeah, they do. It's Breck Shea with the goal, basically his first touch after coming on as a sub. In the 69th minute, it's a great ball whipped in. Landon Donovan whiffs on it, and then Breck Shea ends up finishing it. That's enough for the U.S. to get their 5th Gold Cup title of all time. And it's their first one since 2007, the last time they played at Chicago's Soldier Field. So a big win, the first title for Klinsmann. Some of the critics that we've heard over the last 6 months or whatever, that's their 11th win in a row. Those critics are going away.
Right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people would point towards the competition in this Gold Cup not being the best, but
I would point at that as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that was you. But that said, a victory is a victory, and they came up big in this tournament.
Yep.
Also coming up big in this tournament was Gabby Torres, the forward for Panama. Did very well for himself, and a lot of reports now pointing him towards the Colorado Rapids.
Yep.
We'll follow that story this week on MLSsoccer.com. And speaking of those Colorado Rapids, they got a big victory this weekend over the LA Galaxy, 2-0 at home. And now the Colorado Rapids only 3 points behind Real Salt Lake for the Supporters Shield. Who thought we would be talking about that after this weekend, Greg? Tons of storylines coming out of the weekend. What sticks out to you?
Well, I think the biggest one that sticks out to me is that the Eastern Conference is getting very tight at the top. With Montreal's victory over Sporting Kansas City, and Sporting are right now at the top of the Eastern Conference, Montreal makes up some ground. New York with that remarkable stoppage time comeback victory against Real Salt Lake at home, that brings them a little bit closer to Sporting. So at the top of the East, that to me is the biggest storyline. That's really tightening up. Who's going to take the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, I think more so than the East, even the Supporters Shield. There's, I think, 7 teams now within 3 or 4 points. So things tightening up there. Another big story that we should talk about coming out of the weekend, New England Revolution getting a 2-1 victory over DC United. But really, the storyline here was Kevin Alston finally returning to the field for the Revs.
Yeah, KA coming on as a late defensive sub, so not just one to pull out the heartstrings, but also a tactical move by Jay Heaps because they had to close out that victory. They were up 2-1 at that time. They get the 3 points, which now puts them in 5th place. The Revs are in a playoff spot, everybody.
Yeah, check out all the storylines from this weekend. You can see the highlights on MLSsoccer.com. Check out the standings page because things are starting to get really tight on both sides, including the Supporters Shield. That's all we have for the Daily today. I want to remind everyone, check out MLSsoccer.com. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis coming to you from here in the Power and Light District. Should be an amazing show and a great way to kick off All-Star Week.